most trusted name in news.
Summer is peak season for Lyme disease, a painful and sometimes debilitating infection spread by deer ticks. Some doctors are even calling it an epidemic. But Elizabeth Cohen reports this morning the medical community is split on how to approach the disease. And she's here now with more on that. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Good morning, John. John, Lyme disease is the most common insect-borne disease in the United States, with 20,000 reported cases a year. But some experts say those numbers are really much higher.
This was Mandy Hughes 3 years ago. She limped, had problems with balance, and constant headaches and joint pain.
It literally feels like you got into a severe car accident, like you were hit by a Mack truck, and you were allowed no medical attention.
In the new independent documentary, Under Our Skin, Hughes describes spending 10 years being widely misdiagnosed by 15 doctors. She claims one even accused her of making it up.
You're an attractive girl, and obviously you don't feel like you're getting enough attention.
Today, Hughes says after a Lyme disease diagnosis and 15 months of antibiotics, she still feels the lingering effects of the disease, but the everyday pain has subsided.
Have a seat in here.
Some Lyme specialists worry that many patients like Hughes are misdiagnosed.
My view is we have an epidemic of Lyme disease.
Patients don't always have the classic Lyme symptoms, like a bullseye rash or swollen joints.
Physician may not think of Lyme disease, may not test for Lyme disease, and therefore a person may be infected for months, maybe even years, without knowing it.
Fallon says even the standard blood test fails to detect the infection at least 20% of the time. If untreated, doctors say, Lyme can be crippling.
The disability associated with Lyme disease is worse than the disability that you might see with someone after a heart attack.
That's why Hughes says she's grateful a doctor finally caught her Lyme disease.
I was upset that it was allowed to go so far before I could get help, and that so much of my freedom in my life had been taken from me during that time.
So much about Lyme disease is controversial. For example, Hughes and others say they needed more than a year of antibiotics to get healthy again. But the Infectious Disease Society of America, those doctors say just a few weeks of antibiotics usually help most people. John?
Yeah, it's a difficult disease for some people to get through. Elizabeth Cohen for us this morning. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
Good information on that. This is already, by the way, the most emailed story on CNN.com. For more information on this and other health stories, go to CNN.com.